Welcome, aspirants. In this explainer, we're going to go beyond the famous debates and uncover the incredible story of the physical creation of our Constitution. We're talking about the artists, the calligraphers, and the draftsmen who literally brought this monumental document to life. So, let's start with a question. We all know the big names who debated the Constitution, right? But what about the people who physically wrote it out by hand, or the artists who illustrated its pages? That story? Well, that's where some of the most important exam facts are hiding. Here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start with the intellectual architects, then move to the unsung heroes who did the initial drafting. From there, we'll see the calligrapher's masterpiece, the amazing art within the pages, and finally, the official seal of the assembly. It's a perfect roadmap, so let's get started. All right, first up, the minds behind the text, the celebrated drafting committee. This was the powerhouse group tasked with shaping the final document. And you know, this whole massive job was handled by a surprisingly small team, just 7 members, with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the chairman. Can you imagine? They worked for 141 days to hash out the document that would define modern India. Now look closely at this list. The names in bold, that's exam gold right there. You absolutely have to remember them. N. Madhava Rao came in to replace B.L. Mitter, who had to resign due to bad health. And T.T. Krishnamachari took the place of D.P. Khaitan after he passed away. These replacements pop up in exams all the time, so make a note of it. Okay, but the drafting committee wasn't starting from scratch. Let's pull back the curtain and look at the unsung draftsmen, the hidden heroes whose foundational work was absolutely critical to the whole process. And this brings us to a huge point, a real exam goldmine. Who actually prepared the very first draft of the Constitution? The answer might not be who you think. It was Sir B.N. Rao. He was the constitutional advisor to the Assembly, and he did the initial heavy lifting. He researched constitutions from all over the world and put together that crucial first draft. The drafting committee then took his blueprint and spent their time debating, refining, and perfecting it. And then there's S.N. Mukherjee, the chief draftsman. I mean, just look at what Dr. Ambedkar himself said about him. Mukherjee had this incredible talent for taking the most complex, tangled legal ideas and putting them into simple, crystal-clear language. He was the one who made the Constitution readable and precise, a master translator of ideas into law. So now we have the words, but how did this legal document become a physical object? Well, get this. The original Constitution wasn't printed. It was entirely handwritten, a true masterpiece of calligraphy. 2 incredible artists were responsible for this monumental task. The English version was beautifully written by Prem, Behari, Narain, Raizada, and the Hindi version was penned with equal skill by Vasant, Krishan, Vaidya. Think about the dedication here. Over 6 whole months, Prem, Behari, Narain, Raizada wrote out the entire English Constitution in this gorgeous, flowing italic script. And to do it, he went through 303 different pen nibs. Just an amazing detail. And this part of the story, it's just incredible. When Prime Minister Nehru asked him how much he would charge, Raizada said he didn't want a single paisa. His only request? To be allowed to write his name on every single page, and on the very last page, to write his name alongside his grandfather's. What a profound act of service. But the artistry didn't stop with the perfect handwriting. The document was then passed to a team of artists from Shantiniketan, led by the legendary Nandlal Bose, who illuminated and decorated the pages. Okay, here it is, another exam goldmine you cannot miss. The beautiful artwork in the Constitution isn't just decoration. It's a carefully planned visual timeline of India's history and heritage. This is so brilliantly done. The art literally walks you through our history. It starts with seals from Mohenjo-daro, moves to scenes from the Vedic period, and get this, the section on fundamental rights is adorned with a depiction of Lord Rama's return from exile. Then you see the life of Buddha, and it culminates with powerful images from the freedom struggle, like Mahatma Gandhi on the Dandi March. It's a history book woven into a law book. And finally, no masterpiece is complete without a signature, a seal. The Constituent Assembly chose a symbol that was both powerful and deeply meaningful. They chose the elephant. And it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? The elephant symbolizes wisdom, strength, and the sheer immense scale of what they were trying to do, framing a constitution for a vast, diverse, and newly independent nation. So let's wrap up with this thought. Knowing all this about the draftsmen, the calligraphers, the artists, how does that change how you see the Constitution? It's not just a dry legal text, is it? It's a work of art, a historical chronicle, and the product of incredible human effort and passion. It truly is a living document, built by many dedicated hands.